Full flood. Gearlight. One mode. Full zoom. About 295, 300 yards. It's about all it's good for. Typical XML die size zoom. Of course, it's running a lattice bright, so it's not even an authentic XML. At 301 lumens out the front on full zoom out, and zoom in with full flood, you're getting about 438 lumens. And since it's a buck driver, oh wow, little butterfly come by to greet me. Since it's full flood, 438 lumens, no matter what battery you use, if you're using a 21700, which it has in here now, it's the same as if you're using 3 AAAs or one 18650. So not bad, nothing to write home about. Nice throwy little Zoomie, one mode, good switch, no frills, great Amazon purchase, and you get 2 lights for just at 15 bucks. Not a terrible deal. It's not going to please a flashaholic, but if you need a quick light that will work with anybody, including a flashaholic, you can always do something like this that is a good purchase. You get bored with your lights, you decide you want to buy something else, or else you have some flashaholic friends, or even just friends who are looking for a great torch at a low price. No flickering modes, no programming drivers, no bullshit holding down to turn off or double clicking for turbo. God, I hate that. Anduril bullshit. None of that. This is just a simple, oh, what is that? It's a fox? Some kind of little animal out there. See little beady eyes. I think it's a cat, maybe. Not a bad torch. I'm getting all those houses over there in the fence. Just a basic XML. And we can go back to the house and enjoy a good flood. Of course, which is zoomies, what you end up doing. You end up relying more on the zoom out, where you just rely on a big planet-wide looking scope like this, because that's where you get most of your light, and you also get more useful light. Because as we know, the best thrower admirer in the world has to admit that very usually you don't end up finding a lot of uses for your long-range throwers. Mid-range at best, and then after that, it's a toy. So what do? You rely on the zoomies you have for when the power goes out and you need just a flood. Well, at this rate, only moderately driven lattice bright LED, you're not going to burn it up if you leave it in one mode, high, the only mode. And what you'll do is you'll have enough light for several hours of use at least. And once it falls out of regulation, you have still useful light with diminishing output. But I've used this light for a week now, and again, really nice. I can light up any area, even with city lights here, and I'm getting 438 lumens out the front on full zoom out, that is. And this is useful. This is good. You get 2 lights in the pack, so you're getting 2 gear lights that are in great shape and that have a belt clip, are very charismatic, and I can recommend them to you as a beater light. There are a number of lights that you can use as beater lights just when you need something for a glove box, or when you need to give something to a friend. Here we go over here. And I'm just going to zoom in like so. And the profile is a little wafer with a little bit of a brown yellow in the center. You can barely see it. Not too impressed with it all, but it's actually a really good, good lesser light, especially with the buck driver. One mode, no confusion, and it is so damn shameful. Here, I'm going to zoom out just a little. It's so damn shameful that of all of these high-end program lights that people are putting out, it's so hard to get a light that just has 2 switches and functionally has one mode you can rely on. It should be that we're able to do a nice, easily programmable, easy to learn, without a learning curve, without blinkies and having to program modes and wait for clicks and double tap 20 times or 10 times. We shouldn't have to do any of that bullshit. We should just have a nice one-shot deal. See, I've had it on all this time and it's barely warm in my hands. Definitely not even close to what we would call really warm. Get the tree up there. So basically you've got your 2 Zoomies for 15 bucks. My friends, that's one of the deals of the year. You cannot find a light that you can get in the US that is of even remotely good quality. And for that price. This is two lights for the price of one, and it runs on anything you can get to stand up in there at the same rate. It doesn't matter if you have a good battery, a bad battery. As long as the battery is delivering the minimum voltage, you will have a great performing light. So despite the fact that all of the humble standards we're playing with tonight, this is a great charismatic looking light that I can totally recommend to you in the budget realm. Honestly, you should really go out and get it, because there's no reason in the world why you wouldn't at this sort of price range. I mean, I'm blessed to have money. A lot of people don't. And I remember when my first budget flashlight purchases were, you know, I spent $8 on a X2000 back in the day when the Q5 emitter was the newest and greatest thing. And Budget Light Forum was just coming online in about 2010. And I thought, man, that's $8. What am I doing? I was broke at the time. Now I have made my way into the world a little bit, and I can spend hundreds of dollars a month on lights and enjoy various toys like this. But this is, of course, can be afforded by anyone. So really, what I'm telling you is there's no reason why you can't enjoy a good entry-level sampling of budget lights like this. And this needs to be number one in your collection for go-to beater lights, where you cannot stress about it at all. Look at the side of my house. This is great. You can pick this up, no confusion at all. You can just put that on there. Bam. Back in the days when the little Chinese Zoomies from DX.com were famous, they were all shitty, incredibly shitty. This is much better than those. So let's finish off with what we typically start with. So as you can see, those trees are 88 meters. If you don't know, you may have heard me mention in other videos, 79 to 88 meters, somewhere in there. And the light makes it, not authoritatively, but it's not a high-end light, so you don't really have a lot of expectations for it to do very well. But like this, you can get out on the ground. You can have a very nice functional light. And I know I've kind of belabored the point here. I've kind of ranted a little. But honestly, folks, this is a pretty good torch. So you might stop in to Amazon, or you can find them on the shelves at Lowe's and Walmart and Target. Gearlight, single mode with the lattice bright XMLT6 imitation emitter. Really great. I have no recommending these to you. You get 2 for a box. Enjoy.